We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready? 5-9. Check 45 to line. Let's go one more.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready? 95, 56. 54, Mike. Easy, opposite.
Brees now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, Saints.
Ready?
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Brees going to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. That's good for 28 yards.
Clearly, every time the Saints put together a game plan, they plan to get Michael Thomas involved early and often. 125 catches in 2018, the most in the NFL. Not bad for a kid in Pop Warner football that only played the minimum number of plays every game.
Yellow lady. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Into the red zone, it's Brees. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Just like that. Just like that. Kill. White.
From the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Flip it. Bandit. Hatch. Watch the ass.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got Miller. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Saints' 40-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Hey, let's get it for person. Wait. 10, under 10.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, stop. Let's go. Come on. Run back. Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
I got one. Check the backer. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go. 5 on. Wait.
From the red zone now, Winston. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from you.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
And now Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Light 54. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50.
Here's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brought down by A.J. Klein. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Ready?
These two teams all tied after one.
Push him back. Push him back. 56.
From the 22, Winston. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Breeze. It's caught. Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Hey, easy. 2 kills.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017. Just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. And Thomas has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Five 9. 45, Mike, 45. 5-1. Here we go.
shotgun now for Breeze. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base. Jones hit, and the ball's out. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready. Blue ready. Wait. Check.
On second down, it's Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Sponge. Green, Timothy. Go. Let me go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Open man has got one. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Blue down. Check 4. 5-0. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready. White 25. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Get the mic. They can't hang with us.
Play fake. Winston. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready. Blue way. Stick it to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 56. Let him go.
To the air again with Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now to throw. He's got Smith here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. Here it comes. Here it comes. Check next. Let's break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To throw is Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Now second and goal from the 7-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. A beautiful fake. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down.
At the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check 37. Check 37. Joker. Green, Timothy.
Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long for Winston. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Check back, check back.
Breeze now. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run. It's Murray. William Golston in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Bucs' 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
What's tight? Tight is what? What's tight?
On play action. Now Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Breeze now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
95-56.
On the ground, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
He's coming. Double up. Wait. He's coming. Double up. He's crashing. Let's go.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Flip it. Even. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
You got tight right there.
Barber on 1st and 10. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the Saints' 10-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sheldon Rankins able to record his 5th sack of the season. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now their defense came through to the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running with Kamara. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
First down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Murray. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, easy. Here we go, here we go. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check, 45 to Mike. Check, check, check. I got one. You're good, you're good. I'm 4, ready. 20 seconds.
From the 39, Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Breeze going to throw. The open man is Smith. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get him.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Saints on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. On 2nd down and 4, Winston. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check, come on. Sunday. 66, pull it, half. Tighten up. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Jameis now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 17, Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. again. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they were in field goal range, a chance to get this one to OT. Got a little greedy going for the win, cost him the game.
Not just a little greedy, now a little lost because of what ended up happening. Just what you stated there, they're in field goal range. Instead of getting conservative, they decided to press it, maybe try and win it right now. Instead, the whole thing backfired.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready? New ready. 58 to Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Now Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Winston to throw. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you, these division games, never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you? Because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game, on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for New Orleans, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on